Hi, so welcome to the World Gut Project. My name is Carrie. This week I have got an old school cooking setup thing, so I'm going to get my Delia on. And I've got four recipes for low FODMAP vegan snacks you can have, because I found it's the snack side of things that I have to be super organised with. So the first recipe is going to be some crispy, spicy chickpeas. So here I have some very thoroughly rinsed chickpeas that have been canned. So you can have about 1/4 cup of these, and that's low FODMAP, but it is important you rinse off as much of the FODMAP as possible. And then I'm going to dry them. The drying is really important because it means they'll actually get crispy when you put them in the oven, which I'm going to preheat to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit. Okay, now I'm going to get a baking tray, pop these there. You want to make sure they have enough space to spread out. Now I'm going to cook them with olive oil. I'm going to use about 1 tablespoon. This is quite important not to be skimpy with, because it helps them actually get crispy. So these are really good because you can just sprinkle them on top of a salad if you want to make a meal out of it, or you can just eat them on the go. Then I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of salt and a pinch of pepper. And then I'm going to pop them in the oven for about 20 minutes. I'll keep an eye on them. Just double check. Alright, so the second and third recipes are popcorn. We're going to do one sweet with cinnamon and one kind of curry, savoury flavour. And popcorn you can have 120 grams worth of, and it's low FODMAP, or 7 cups, which is an insane amount of popcorn, so you probably won't ever eat that much unless it's like a super long film. Get yourself a pan with a lid, very important. I'm just going to pop some coconut oil in here, get some heat going. Okay, so that is melted. I'm bringing it down to a kind of medium heat, and I'm just going to pour about 1/3 of this packet, it's 500 grams. Give it a little stir, put everything in oil, and then we're going to pop that lid on before they start flying everywhere. Just want to keep it moving. It's 10% protein, so there's some more plant protein for you. Okay, so now I'm going to do the kind of curry flavour for the popcorn. I'm going to take a small little frying pan, and I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of garam masala, a little bit of paprika, and then I've got some asafoetida, which is, I think it's a root, but it's supposed to taste a little bit garlicky. About 1/2 teaspoon of that. And then I've got a little bit of cayenne pepper, just because I like it a bit spicy, but some people do have issues with spice, so really just do what works for you. I'm going to put some coconut oil there. I'm going to then heat this up a little bit so they start to smell really nice. Oh, it's popping. It still feels like magic to me, the pouring corn. So I'm just going to transfer about half of this. Oh God. Into a bowl, and then another half. Oh, wow, it all popped. The spices are smelling amazing, so I'm going to turn the heat off. Okay, so now the bit when it gets flavourful. You can put a bit of salt on if you want it. I'm clearly feeling naughty. And then I'm going to drizzle curry spices all over. So good. And eat it. This is really good actually. So the chickpeas are starting to look good. Okay, so that's the really good curry popcorn done. Next, I'm going to do a very, very sweet cinnamon version. So I guess that's dinner and dessert sorted. Again, I'm going to melt about a tablespoon of coconut oil, which I guess would be a lot easier in a hot country where this isn't rock solid. I've just got a bit of sugar and cinnamon in here that I want to use up. About half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a little bit more maple syrup. That was a bad idea. Okay. So that very quickly forms a syrup, so be super careful. Okay. So again, bowl of popcorn, delicious cinnamon syrup, and it just smells like Christmas. So good. Okay, so those are nice and crispy now. While they're still kind of hot and a bit steamy, I'm going to coat them in some spices. So I've got some coriander powder and some cumin powder, and then some paprika. I wanted to use smoked, but I can't find it. If you do it while it's still hot, it does cook the spices, so they get really nice and flavourful, but the issue if you do it before you put it in the oven, it can get burnt. So that's some cumin, about a teaspoon of coriander. I like it quite strong. A little bit of paprika. If you have some asafoetida, definitely pop that on. I don't think you need it, but if I could have garlic powder, I would put garlic powder on it because it will taste really good. So now I'm just going to stir it all about and make sure it gets a good coating. And now that just needs to cool down and be enjoyed. Yeah, cool down. Right, and then the final recipe are some energy chia oat balls. So first things first, I'm going to melt about a tablespoon of coconut oil in a pan. I'm making a couple portions worth just because I've made quite a lot of food this afternoon. But you can definitely kind of make a lot of this at once, and they're so good to put in lunch boxes or just have prepped for the week, and then you've always got a high energy, very nutritious, low FODMAP vegan snack. I'm going to use 60 grams of rolled oats, which in itself is a low FODMAP portion, although we're going to be combining it with 150 grams of peanut butter, and that's more than a low FODMAP portion, but it's also a lot of food. So yeah, I've started using cups more, just because it is easier than weighing everything out. So that's half a cup is 60 grams of rolled oats. I've also got some chia seeds which I've soaked in some water. It is better if you blend them, you don't have to let them soak for as long. So I've let these soak overnight in a little pot. So it was 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and about 4 tablespoons of water. It's amazing how thick it gets, isn't it? Okay, so the coconut oil is melted. So this jar is 280 grams. I'm just going to kind of put in about half. I can't be bothered to weigh it out. I can't. So I'm just going to stir that all together. I'm going to use about half a tablespoon of maple syrup to add a bit of sweetness. Now you can add loads of different flavours to this. So you could put in, for example, orange zest, which actually I think I will do because I've got some oranges. Maybe some cinnamon. I love cinnamon. You could add chai spices, cocoa powder, chocolate. You could add, actually maybe sesame seeds, for example. Okay, I'm going to add the chia seeds in. So I'm going to turn the heat off now and just stir that all up. Okay, so that's all mixed together. Oh, looks really good. And then I'm going to add in the oats. Yeah. It needs a few minutes for the oats to kind of soak up the moisture, and then it's going to be like a nice dough we can roll up into balls. So I'm going to use this time to grate some orange zest into there. Okay, change of plan. I'm not actually, this isn't my kitchen, so I can't find a grater anywhere to do the zest, but I think it would be really nice coated in some toasted sesame seeds, which was something I was thinking about anyway. So I'm going to put these in a pan and get these toasting. These are all nice and golden. I'm going to pop them in this shallow bowl. I'd love to know if you have any low FODMAP snacks that you like to make. I do think that snacks are kind of the hardest category of things to be inventive about. This is cooled down, so it's kind of like a dough. I'm just going to take, what's that? Is it a golf ball size? Maybe. So roll it in your hands, roll it in the sesame seeds. Oh, so hot. Oh, these look so good. So these are all vegan, low FODMAP, gluten-free snacks, if you use gluten-free oats. So we've got the sesame, oat, chia, peanut, energy balls, we've got some spicy, crispy chickpeas, we've got some curry, spiced popcorn, and then some lovely sweet cinnamon popcorn. I hope you enjoyed this. It was kind of weird filming like a cooking show. Yeah, let me know if you give any of these a go. So now I think it's time for me to say goodbye, and I'll see you in my next video, and go and find a movie to watch and enjoy these.